Hey everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and forlorn survivor of the impending Viking apocalypse. Welcome to my Let's Play series where I live stream video games currently twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. This is episode number 8 of my Banner Saga 2 series. If you enjoy my videos, consider supporting me via patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Charles, and Crazy Pat. Gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, Marcos David Vicente, Gilberto, Sean aka Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Auxi, and Sam. Thank you all very much for your support. I believe we are at the ass end of Banner Saga 2. I think we are. We've got to be at the final chapter. I've done Arborang. I've gotten a lot of the achievements that I would think that I would be getting for this playthrough. Don't know what else we have left to do. We haven't done Bulwark's finale, I guess. We did Alet's team, which was not great because I had to fight a lot of my allies and take out the king and side with Rugga, which I didn't necessarily like. Who the hell is that? Did not need to come to the... Oh, shit. You killed her. What is going on? This is some great art, though. I love the, like, animated lightning. Alright, Juno and Ivan are upset about some old man doing something. What did I miss? Told me you would be in and out of here. This isn't in and out. Oh yeah, and Ivor went with them. Ivor, that's right. You weren't in that final sequence at all. We hoped Valka Ducey wouldn't be foolish enough to attack us. Who? This is an entirely new character, I think. You're going to introduce an entirely new character in the last second. Hoped I would let an escaped prisoner and a dead Valka rob us without a fight. Hoped you would see reason. Reason, yes. What was your reason for breaking the world? Dun dun dun. Oh, so we're at Ivor's point of view? Okay, I'm digging it. Didn't tell me all this was your fault. Let's get what we came for. Let's get what we came here for and leave. Maybe shutting him up is the best plan. This is the most non-committal one. Let's get what we came for and leave. Remember the last words of Gra. The Varl Skald. The dangers of truth are dwarfed by fear. Gra. Always hunting the truth got him killed. Bit of a curiosity killed the cat. You don't fear dying, do you, Ingvar? My guess is you fear fighting for the wrong cause. You know nothing about Juno and Ivan's cause. No, we don't. Ivan gasps and looks strained. Meanwhile, Juno's just kind of sitting here chilling. She's got a really cool, like, staff spear, though. My cause broke council laws, but that does not make it wrong. Realize the importance of our work. You should have. And you two should have stopped. You dug too deep. Still have your life, have each other. You see what you've become? This is all very cryptic. Juno's confidence vanishes at the question. You've never seen a Valka's tears until now. Varl, are you threatening to control his mind too? If I were you, Ingvar, I'd... Oh boy. What is going on, Juno? Ooh. Oh, Balvor shows up. With Zephyr and the incapacitated Belor. Down in front, you drank muddy water. Floor and walls are now glowing, floating, and breaking apart. Another Valka enters the room. She looks concerned for the barely conscious Ducey and mortified by Juno. You lied to us. Your oaths meant nothing. Ulrich's rage is consuming him, and he's spitting more than speaking. That's how I expect him to be. You don't get a whole lot of good fantasy descriptions of, like, true barbarians. He seems to be a real good one. Is that Belor's feigned body? Not just his body, I fear. Bulwark's mind is not his own. His eyes go wide for a cold hatred settles into his stare. We know you murdered Reyes and our child. Who? Yeah. Step forward and draw your weapon. That's a little aggressive. What in the depths is Belor's body? Why is Belor's body here? Who are you talking about? Yeah, who are you talking about? I have questions. Those of us forced below. We who are already paying for his crime. After I kill you, Ingvar, I'll rip their bodies apart. Oh. Fear in her voice is infinite. That's a good line. Ivan reacts to her by screaming, and the whole tower pulses with crackling energy, shaking violently. Help Ivan and hold off Ducey. Kill Bolvark, you're the only one who can. Oh boy. So he's gonna be the boss fight. Stay where you are, Ingvar. Oh, Zephyr, now you will do as I say. What in the earth is going on? Look, Zephyr looks shocked by Juno's control. Oh man, they're having a Jedi-Wizard battle. Slam your head into with tremendous force and reeling across the room. So it's just Ivar against Bolvark, while they speak with axes. The only language they know. Purple glows. Boy, there's a lot of things happening. I thought we just slammed our head into them. Why are we starting way the hell back here? Doesn't look like we have much choice, so I guess we're ready. I sense another mind within Bolvark. Wonderful. Oh boy. Okay, well. How do we take this guy on? We gotta be the first one to hit him. That's gonna be a big frickin' deal. Bolvark's pretty strong, we know that. Pretty damn strong. What moves do you have, my friend? Battering ram. Knock the target back through multiple tiles, doing armor break damage. That could be useful if you can keep him from reaching you. Tempest Strike won't help you here. Hang on to our willpower too. He's got 14 willpower. My people, you fell to your schemes. Ooh, that's cool looking. Literally got the spirit of Bellower inside of him. Are we gonna lose Ivar here? I could see us losing Ivar. I could see him not surviving this engagement. Because he's a meaningful character, and that would be in line with the game. Okay, that's Bear Rage. Zephyr's under my control, but I think Bolvark is possessed by Bellower. No shit! I get payback for my arm after all, that's right! How far can he move? He can move here, so I need to move like here. Although he hasn't been moving all the way up. Who is Raze? I have no idea. I have forgotten this person. I don't recall a Raze in this game. Where are you going? Oh shit. Ivan is losing control. Watch out for lightning. Oh, thankfully I can watch out. I know exactly where it is. And it stuns. Oh, wonderful. Damn it, if I have to get to him, that's going to be bad. I do not want him to hit me before I can hit him. Is he actually using Bear Rage, or is he just using that animation? Ride Zephyr's Wind. A lightning strike might free Bolvark's mind. Oh boy. Okay. I can suddenly run anywhere. Lightning strike might free his mind. Well, can I battering ram him into that one then? Is that something I can do? Knocks the target back through multiple tiles. So let's end up here. And knock his butt. Might as well spend it all. And immediately hits him. Nice. Although he's gonna... Oh, Lord. Okay, that was painful. Well, that didn't really free his mind now, did it, game? Do I keep doing that backwards thing? Because I don't think that fucking stunned him very well. Because he's going to do nasty damage to me. Let's try it again. Do another battering ram. That only does 1 damage. Yeah, it's not really stunning him. Alright, I don't think this is gonna work. Was I not supposed to use the lightning then? It's only doing 1 damage, doesn't appear to actually stun him. And then he can just come up and murder me. Oh, game continues though. Firelight glinting with blades of claw and fang. Attack to Ivor if you can. Bulwark roars, but is dwarfed by the falling stone, and Ivan screams as he loses control. Oh boy. Oh. Not even sure what it is they're doing.
In a flash, threads unwind.
Like, last I heard they were just going off and doing their thing to try to stop it.
Our fates laid bare.
That's probably not a good sign.
Change. Pulled in new directions.
Ew.
For good or ill, we cannot know. How far do the echoes of our struggles reach?
Okay.
What can we expect from our
Crap, I was really at the very end of this game, wasn't I? Was that the only battle? Yikes, this is going to be a very, very short
answers, the reasons
episode.
for our journey lay just beyond these walls.
God, I love this animation. I wish we actually had more cutscenes. Rarely do I wish for more cutscenes with this game. The stills are good, but the actual animated scenarios are beautiful. Wow, and that's the credits. Okay. My bad. I should have continued and just finished it on Monday. Yikes. Well, my thoughts are kind of conflicted. I played the first game when it came out. Or did I play it when it first came out? I think it might have been a year later. But it was maybe 2014-ish. So it's been a while. It's been probably 5 years since I played the first game. So that was already kind of a tough hurdle to overcome. And this one, it's the same basic gameplay, which obviously we've had a lot of strides in indie games and everything else in 5 years. Tactical strategy games for sure. That part of it still holds up okay. It feels almost more like DLC gameplay-wise in that it adds just a few new enemies, doesn't really change anything else, or update anything else. It really just adds new classes, of which I think the Horseborn are probably the most interesting new classes. Story-wise, I was so lost for so much of it. I mean, I still get the overall, like, people are escaping a threat, but I didn't have any of the big, exciting moments as the first game, from what I remember. Like, you learn that the Dredge, it's not really the Dredge they're afraid of, it's the Dredge are running from something even worse. That was really cool of a moment. And, I mean, the ending, when you lose a character, and you have to choose kind of which one. The big battle at the end, Ivor loses an arm, like, and it actually loses the arm, I think, just at some point that you make a choice. And that was a lot of what, excuse me, the first game was gaining new people on your journey, and then dealing with all these little micro stories, and possibly even getting people killed and losing them along the way because of the choices that you make. This one had a lot less of that. We did gain a few allies, like the Horseborn are cool, and Bulwark's team was a lot of new people. But I felt like that was less of a thing in this one. It was more about just kind of continuing everyone's story and going through the motions. Narratively, Bulwark's I wasn't as invested in compared to Alet's story. And I feel like the actual... I still don't know what the resolution is in this game, or where they're going with this. Obviously, the most interesting thing was Juno and Ivan being somehow directly tied to these world-ending events. Who was this Ducey character that showed up? What does Zephyr have to do with anything? Like, these are all a lot of questions the game asks, none of which it seems to answer. And then Alet's team is basically not even involved in a lot of this plot to begin with. She's just trying to continue the survival thing and get to Arboring and get inside there, and that doesn't seem to really solve anything in terms of the impending crisis. But I guess it was designed as a trilogy, so it's a very odd... Almost feels like the game should have been... Instead of it being a complete 1, 2, and 3, it's almost just episodes of the same game. Maybe it would have been better marketed that way or looked at that way instead of being full-fledged games. I did appreciate that it's not super long. I think I'm going to clock in at right around maybe 13 or 14 hours or something, which feels about right. I wouldn't want to play with that combat system any longer than that because it doesn't seem to really support going into too much higher levels in terms of gaining new abilities and things that you can actually do on your turn. I did like having new hero units, though. As I said, the Horseborn were all pretty neat, and there was enough variety there, and I felt like I had enough units to do what I can. Although it's very odd that like losing most fights doesn't really seem to matter. Like there's no game over state unless it's that one eyeless boss fight that took me like 3 tries. That was very painful. In fact, they definitely upped the difficulty quite a bit in this one, to where I almost felt very frustrated. And part of that was that bug I ran into where I couldn't change my units on the battlefield. That was a major problem that made things a lot more difficult than they should have been, which was a bummer. But yeah, overall, I think I have kind of mixed feelings about it. I still really, really love the art style. I think that's the strongest thing of these games. It's the most striking thing, and it's the thing that holds up the best. Is this really lovely kind of Don Bluth style, 80s, maybe early 90s animation that certainly very few games are even attempting, let alone succeeding to this level of. And it still looks amazing. It looks fantastic, both in the still character portrait as well as those very few animated portions. I think that looks incredible and is awesome, and I'm glad to see it. And I would love to see more of that. The gameplay is okay. It's I remember really enjoying it when the first one came out, but that was like 5 years ago, and now I've played games that do that but better since then, so it feels kind of almost like a step backwards nowadays. And this one came out a couple years ago. However, Banner Saga 3 I think just came out last year, so unless Banner Saga 3 changes things around, presumably it's going to still feel kind of a little bit older and archaic. Certainly not in a good way. And the story is probably the biggest thing. Like I was just kind of lost most of the time in the story, and the fact that it's such a continuation of the first one leads me to believe that you're really supposed to play all 3 of them pretty much back to back instead of they were released I think 2 or 3 years apart, and then I'm playing them, unfortunately, this one 5 years after the first one, which was very unfortunate because I was lost for much of the game and kind of continued to be lost for a big chunk of it in terms of who some people were and what they were doing and what their motivations were and what the goals are. So kind of odd. So I'm not super looking forward to Banner Saga 3, but I'm kind of looking forward to just seeing where these things end up and how the story ends, because I still have a lot of questions left from 2, so maybe 3 will be a lot more satisfying narratively in that way. I will plan on playing Banner Saga 3 next for my next Let's Play game. Might as well finish up the series and wrap things up. And especially now that I'm kind of in that mode. That's hopefully 3 will come off a lot better because obviously I've just played 2, and in terms of the combat and the story, I'm much more attuned to what the series is. So I will roll with Banner Saga 3, beginning with the first session on my Monday night stream. Otherwise, that will do it for this session. I literally did not realize I had like 10 minutes to go in this chapter. I definitely screwed up. I should have. I mean, it's hard to say. I really did not know. This was a blind play, so I didn't know how quickly it would end. I did not know this would be a 20-minute session here. I should have just ended it on my Monday stream, although that one was running very late. But anyway, that will end my Banner Saga 2 Let's Play. Thank you for joining me, or for watching this series. Afterwards, I'll be here for, obviously, Tomb of Annihilation, our D&D live play tonight, and then Banner Saga 3 I will start on Monday evening. I'll see you then for that.